This is TWiT.
Mark writes in and says, I currently use a Samsung ultra-wide 34-inch curved monitor for my work. I am considering using a 55-inch QLED TV as a monitor to allow many windows to be open at the same time. The vast majority of my work is text-based, and the screen would be about 3 to 4 feet in front of me across my desk. I'm thinking QLED as opposed to OLED due to the fact that QLED is slightly less expensive and less susceptible to burn-in. I'm running a Windows 11 Lenovo Yoga 7i laptop with USB-C and HDMI outputs. I'd like to know your thoughts on this setup. TV versus monitor, QLED versus OLED, etc. All right, so we're going to go through this kind of piece by piece. First, by talking about the advantages of using a television instead of a monitor and the disadvantages of using a television instead of a monitor. Back in college, I thought I was being very clever. I, for my home office, had ordered a television because I'm like, at the time, I wasn't super hip to the realization of what was going on here, but I was like, I can get a TV that's much bigger for the same price or even, for less than I would for a monitor that's much smaller. I'm going to use a TV. Well, then I learned. So the advantages of using a TV, it's a much larger screen real estate for those multiple windows that you're talking about. You got a lot more to work with, especially with that 55-inch you said you were going to go for. Generally less expensive per inch than monitors, but there's a reason for that, which we'll talk about momentarily. Good for occasional media consumption. So if you want to, you can switch it over to a set-top box you have attached or just the included smart system that's probably built into it to watch Netflix and Hulu and whatever else you might want to. And then, of course, yes, it does have those other smart features. And more importantly, for a lot of people, they like that it has built-in speakers, that you don't have to use an external speaker system. The audiophiles out there are screaming, people like that. Yes, people like that. It's convenient that they can just use the built-in speakers. Here are the disadvantages of a TV. You often are going to experience higher input lag compared to a monitor. So as you're moving your cursor across the screen, it's not going to feel as buttery smooth in many cases. Text clarity will likely be worse due to the different sub-pixel arrangements that you have when it comes to a TV monitor versus a computer monitor. Ergonomics are particularly challenging because most TVs don't come with a height adjustment built in. And because you're only going to be 3 to 4 feet away, it may cause eye strain due to the size of the television and due to the brightness of the television. So those are some things to think about in using a TV over a monitor. Now, let's talk about QLED pros and cons. So when it comes to QLED, you get a higher brightness, which is a con in terms of eye strain. But if you're working in a room that has a lot of light in it, higher brightness is better because you can see the screen better. You don't have that burn-in risk, which is important, yes, for you with text kind of being in certain places on the screen for a long time. Again, QLED, generally less expensive than OLED, and QLED typically has a longer lifespan than OLED does. Here are the QLED cons. You get a lower contrast ratio than OLED. That means that the blacks are not as black, the whites are not as white in comparison to the rest of it. So everything is just a little bit closer in range than you would get with an OLED TV. Less uniform blacks in general. So what that means is as you look on the screen, in the middle of a portion of the screen that might be displaying black, that's going to be a dark black. But if it's right, then as you kind of come out from that, let's say you're looking at a photo of somebody wearing a black shirt and behind them is a snowy background. As the shirt gets closer to the snowy background, more of that light is going to leak into the black portion of the shirt. So that black is not going to be uniform across the entirety of the photo as much as it would be with OLED. And then with QLED, viewing angles are not as good as OLED. So that's something else to consider as well. But let's talk about, Mark, your specific concerns here. You say that you do mostly text-based stuff, and that already has me saying, don't get a television. At 55 inches, so if I ran these calculations correctly, at 55 inches, 4K resolution is going to give you about 80 points per inch, pixels per inch at your viewing distance. So I think you said, what was it, 3 to 4 feet away from the television? You're working with 80 ppi, but your ultra wide currently likely has around 110 ppi. As that ultra wide 34-inch curved monitor, you have 110 ppi. You'd be dropping it down to 80 ppi. Working with text, you're going to notice that it's less sharp than you're used to. The interfaces are going to be less sharp than you're used to. Everything is going to be less sharp than you're used to at that distance. Then we move on to ergonomics. 55 inches at 3 to 4 feet is going to require frequent head movement. You're moving around looking at these parts of the screen versus if the monitor is smaller and it's farther away from you, it's just your eyes that need to move. You could, to improve upon this, consider a mounting solution that allows for height adjustment. So even though the TV will not come with a height adjustment option, you can use the VESA mount that's very likely on the back of the system and get a height adjustable solution. And then blue light and brightness management are going to be something that you need to pay close attention to. So monitors that are for computer use are more likely to be mindful of those things than a television that is supposed to be at a distance that is further away from you and doesn't need to worry so much about eye strain versus looking closely at tiny text on the screen. Let's talk about now your technical setup specifically. So you have a Yoga 7i that obviously has no issues handling 4K output. If you use the USB-C, you're probably going to get a better refresh rate. Double check this between USB-C and HDMI that's built into the machine. But it's likely that the USB-C is going to give you a better refresh rate than you would have. And of course, then that's that kind of single cable solution. And you will need to play around with the scaling settings on your Windows 11 machine. I think that is one big aspect of this is Windows 11 management, sort of display management might require some changes. So that way you can get the text to a comfortable size. So let's talk about, because as you can probably tell, Mark, I am suggesting that you don't go for the monitor or for the television. Let's talk about what to do instead. If you really, really, really want to get a TV, or you really, really, really just want to increase the size of the screen that you have, and you'd be willing to splurge for a monitor, consider a 43-inch 4K TV. Remember that you have the, 34-inch. Try a 43-inch 4K TV or monitor. If it's a TV, you're going to get better pixel density for the text. Same thing, better pixel density versus the 55-inch 4K TV. And same goes for the monitor, better pixel density there. It's more manageable a size when it's sitting on your desk versus that huge 55-inch. And it's still quite a bit larger than what you currently have. So that's quite an upgrade without needing to go into the range of things not being as satisfying as you would expect. If you are really trying to get something that's going to work and provide everything that you want, consider professional large format monitors. Dell has some large format monitors that are built for desktop use that have an adjustable stand, that have better text optimization, which is really important. And then might I suggest something else? If you're not a sort of, if you don't need things to be exactly precisely the same, some people are like, I can't have dual monitors because if they're not the same monitor, then it doesn't work for me. It doesn't look good, yada, yada, yada. Totally understandable. I shouldn't say yada, yada, yada. That's dismissive, et cetera, et cetera. consider adding a second display to that ultra wide monitor option that you already have. That's going to be a much more flexible arrangement. So you could put the new monitor above the ultra wide monitor. You could put it to the side of the ultra wide monitor, below, wherever you wanted to. Excuse me. And then it's probably going to be better for the ergonomic considerations there versus trying to have this huge 55-inch TV that you're having to move your head around to see everything that you have. Now, Mark, if after all of this hard work that I've done for you, all this research that I've done for you does not get through to you, and you decide to go with the 55-inch TV anyway, try to choose a model that has a PC mode or some sort of low input lag mode, something that's going to increase the refresh rate on the TV. Look for that. Get a really good mounting solution for that 55-inch TV so that you can move it around as you need to. Raise it, lower it, wherever it needs to be. Plan your desk depth carefully. Try to have it farther back so that you aren't so close to it that you need to move your head around. Consider getting some bias lighting to help with the eye strain that you will experience with a bright, I almost did a curse, a very bright television. And then when you're looking at the options, I would try to find the reviews to see if anyone's talked about using it as a monitor and if they talked about how clear text shows up on it. That can inform your choice on which one to get. So we'll do a little brief recap here. We talked about the advantages and disadvantages of using a TV, QLED pros and cons, how, the QLED is brighter, you don't have that burn-in risk, but you do have lower contrast ratio and the viewing angles aren't as good. Concerns about text clarity for 55 inches, especially with the ultra wide where you're going to be used to a higher PPI than you have, higher resolution. The ergonomic concerns, of course. As far as technical setup goes, you're good to go there. Your Yoga should be fine to handle that 4K output with some minuscule changes in Windows 11. And then, of course, my suggestions of getting a 43-inch 4K TV or monitor instead, or looking at the professional large format monitors. Dell is one company that offers some large format monitors. Or just go for a dual monitor setup, which I think is going to be really great for you, versus going with that 55-inch TV. Mark, thank you for that question. I had a lot of fun with that one. And as always, please let me know what you end up going with. I'd love to hear about it. So this is the part of the show where I remind you, send in your questions. HOT@twit.tv is how you get in touch. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you enjoyed what you just saw, well, there's more of it. It's all over at twit.tv, or just click in the description and you can get links to this very episode.